Hello everybody. This is a video about a 2500 HD Chevrolet 2011 model, and my lifter was tapping. Well, I'll say supposedly. And the reason I'm sharing this video is because I want everybody to know how important it is to at least pull your valve cover and check. Because let me tell you why. I took this truck to 3 mechanics and the dealer, and they all told me your knock sensor was going off, it was probably a lifter tapping, and I might as well just put a new engine in it. The dealer wanted $6,000 for that. Everybody else wanted at least $4,000. So I couldn't really justify doing it because the truck seemed like it was running okay, except for it was skipping some, and it had a hell of a tap. I mean, it sounds just like the videos. If you'll search YouTube and listen to lifter tapping, it sounded just like that. And you'll see some videos out there where people are showing you different ways to fix the lifters and so forth, using mystery oil, using engine flush, and all that stuff. And I tried all that, and I almost ordered an engine. And I said, well, let me just pull the valve cover. So I Googled a video, and you can Google the same videos about how to pull the valve cover. And it took me an hour or so because I had never done it before. But once I kind of got the valve cover kind of pried loose, it came right off. I just had to unhook the cables and take out 8 bolts, and the whole thing came off, including the electronics pack there you see here. Now I've put it all back together, but the main point is, please pull your valve cover and check it. And let me show you why. When I pulled my valve cover, I started looking at the rockers, and this is what I found. You see that rocker there? Let me pull this out. It's got no bearings in it. That's because all the pieces of it were down all around. You see some pieces I dug out there. So that's what was tapping. Now I know you're going to hear people say, oh, you can't just replace one lifter or one rocker. But I did it. I just went to AutoZone. I bought one of these I actually went to O'Reilly. It was like $14. I Googled the bolt specs. It was like 22. And frankly, I just took the bolt off, bolted the new one on, and it cranked right up. And it runs like a champ. And I just didn't think the tolerance and all on this engine being a V8, I just didn't think that was enough to justify doing all the rockers or, rebuilding a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, it really was as simple as bolt a new one on there and put the whole thing back together. Like I said, you can Google videos about how to pull the valve cover. It's pretty darn easy. This part here, it bolts right on. You got to be careful because the intake and the exhaust rocker are a little bit different. So you got to specify which one you need. I think this was an intake. because it has this slant on it. This is a Chevrolet 6.0 2500 HD gasoline engine. And the lifter was just cleanly available at O'Reilly's. So I'm going to crank it up and let you hear it. I wish I would have recorded it before, because it sounds just like the lifter tapping videos that you can listen to in Google or find on YouTube. So let me crank it up. Well, I gotta get the keys. Well, that was a little bit of a weird start, but it's been in this condition for, I'd say for 2 or 3 months I've had it sitting, so I'll crank it again. So there it is. I don't know how cleanly you can hear it, but there's no tapping whatsoever. I ran it with the cover off for a little bit, and it ran perfect. So anyway, I think the moral of the story is, at least investigate a little bit. If you think you got a lifter tapping, pull the valve cover. Mechanics typically won't do it. And just look and see if it could be a rocker or something, a broken spring or something like that. You'll probably want to Google some other videos just to see about the different things you might want to check as you replace the rocker, like the spring retainer and stuff like that. But all of mine look pretty darn good. So I just unbolted the broken one, bolted on a new one, and from that point, it's run like a champ. I just finished it about 20 or 30 minutes ago, and like I said, the truck's been sitting, so that first rough start is probably kind of understandable. And I think I have a kind of a clogging catalytic converter, because this truck has like 160,000 miles on it or something like that. It's not going to be perfect. But as you can see, it's just cranking pretty normal. It runs pretty good. I got oil pressure. Looks pretty normal. It's gone from 40 on up to 60 or so when I give it gas. So I'm calling it fixed, and I'll try to update you in a few months or so, let you know the result. Obviously you might see some oil spots and so forth around, because I ran it for a good bit with the cover off. But anyway, hopefully you guys will realize a simple problem from this video and avoid replacing an engine when it might be something much simpler. Again, I never got satisfaction from the mechanics that they did anything but just hook it up to a computer and see the knock sensor was going off and just write the whole thing off, man. It's just different day and age in terms of mechanics, so I would definitely research a little bit on your own and pull the valve cover and look at things if you think you got a valve tap or some noise in your engine. Talk to you later.